Years ago today was the last time I had a Czech German Shepherd on the sleeve. I was just visiting friends. I wasn't really equipped for working dogs that day, so you'll have to excuse the jeans. The dog in this footage is a son of Karli Policia Slovakia, showing plenty of that classic Czech type. And now we are in 2025. I dare you, I double, triple dare you to find me just one true Czech German Shepherd dog. Not one purchased from the Czech Republic or Slovakia, but a dog with what we once called Czech bloodlines. In my own search for the old type of German Shepherd dog, before even learning about the DDR dogs, my eyes were first set on those from former Czechoslovakia. I even traveled to find that specific type of dog I had in mind. But the truth is, the very tagline, Czech German Shepherd dog, is now used mostly to sell. Business, money. And I hope this whole thing won't last much longer, because goodwill people searching for what they truly want end up getting just a German Shepherd that has nothing to do with what they initially expected. I can't help but presume many of you want a Czech German Shepherd dog simply because of how it sounds. Same goes for DDR, I guess. But some of you, you know exactly why you want one, either because you've owned one or several, or because you've been around them. And how could you not want one? Once you've tasted that pie, the bone thickness, the head shape, the size, the rich pigment, and if you've done your homework, you know where those qualities come from. It all makes perfect sense, both geographically and historically. Two names come to mind when I talk about Czech dogs: Tom and Titus. What struck me about those dogs were their obvious qualities: nicely built, excellent temperament, and produces a solid working offspring. Anyone who studied Tom knows he produced many police dogs, some who won titles in police trials, others who succeeded in real-life operations.
Stop. Katalogové číslo 27 výrazně pouští. Takže číslo 27, velice pěkný, typový pes, typický samec s krásnou silnou hlavou, s dobrým poměrem výšky s délkou, se silnou kostrou, sítě pigmentovaný, rovněž vznikl spojením druhé krevní linie a čtvrté krevní linie. Rovněž je to pes, který by byl zase schopen dát víceméně potomstvo toho služebního typu, toho psa, který je potřeba, aby zabezpečoval ten pořádek a chránil svého psouda při různých akcích, při potlačování nepořádku a podobně. Jinak je to pes, který by měl skutečně to potomstvo mít velice pěkného typu, pigmentované a zdravé. Děkuji.
Here you'll have to set against it.
Yeah.
Pico. Pico. Pico.
He won't be that size, mate. Can you imagine him Japan? Tony, move your leg a little so we can get a good... Yeah.
I guess I don't have to do anything to get his attention. He's being born.
Look at the legs on him.
Put his ears up or something. Pick up something on the ground. And...
Look at his feet. He looks like a bear. They call him the bear.
His cock legs.
Tito.
Titus with Tony. Unbelievable. Gee, he looks like your dog, Tony. Actually, you should see this on video. His head's bigger than yours. That's impossible.
Really reckons I've got a big head.
Yeah, that's it.
Why don't you bite him? Tony, bite him in the ear. See what happens.
Both of these dogs trace back more or less to DDR lines, with Titus even line bred on a DDR dog, the one and only Ingo from Rudingen. No line breeding in Tom's case, but still study his pedigree and you'll find DDR dogs there too. I underline this because, as I've said before in earlier videos I posted, I came to believe the old East lines were the closest to what I call the real GSD. Another perhaps smaller detail worth noting about the Czech lines is their facial markings. If you look at Tom's sire, Cordon Ansat, you'll notice a distinct facial mask. I remember seeing that same or similar mask on my the very first Czech dog I bought back in the early 2000s. I could be wrong, but my guess is that that mask wasn't particularly favored by breeders or owners, and over the years I've seen fewer and fewer dogs with it. Sadly, along with all those great qualities came one serious issue: poor health. Far too often in my search for good Czech dogs, I came across bad hips, bad elbows, or even worse, both. And once you've faced that, watching your canine friends suffer, you think twice before choosing a dog based only on looks or drive, because let's face it, most of us fall for looks first and only later for temperament. Nowadays, breeders just pair a good-looking male with a good-looking female to get good-looking pups because that's what sells, right? With little to no true breeding knowledge behind it. Having said that, I don't know what exactly went through the minds of Czech breeders, but reality is they walked away from their own heritage, at least in terms of bloodlines. And I have to conclude it was because of, well, sport. I've said this before and I'll stick to it to the end of time. The GSD breed has been wrecked by two main factors: sport and show. The Czech dogs were awesome representatives of the breed, though some of them, if you ask me, were over-advertised later on when the internet took off. But let's not dwell on that now. Let's focus on the positives. Sadly, while the Czech German Shepherd dog had, in my opinion, enough drive for both obedience and protection work, it simply wasn't enough for sport. And the rest is history. Now we have smaller dogs, faster dogs, more or less similar to the Malinois. They move with precision, they hit the sleeve like a hammer, but they don't excel at home guarding the way the old type Czech dogs used to, for example. So where am I going with this? I want to help you stop looking for a GSD based on a label, because nowadays that's mostly what's left. labels, DDR and Czech. They're labels. Sure, you can still find DDR dogs that haven't been touched by West bloodlines, but they're nothing, I guarantee you, they're nothing like what the old DDR type used to be. I want to help you focus on health references. Look at what a given breeder actually produces. And stop paying so much attention to the flashy words you see on a breeder's website. DDR/Czech/West German Shepherd Dog, we have it all in one pack. Come buy from us. Please stop being drawn in by the label and start paying attention to references. And with that, I wish you all the luck in the world in finding that GSD that meets, if not all, at least some of your expectations. And no matter what you end up with, please be a good home to it.